saying you number one, but I'm on top, yo, it's done.
Game 3 of 4 upcoming. You would have just seen the 4th seed of the Colts division, the Griffith University Thunder, or shall I say the Thundercats, as they've been known, amalgamated with the Wildcats in the preseason. Out, ready to go, awaiting their opponent, the reigning Colts champions, the Gold Coast Stingrays. In the tunnel, waiting to go. The officials heading to the middle of the field as we'll take a quick look at last week's results in Week 12 in the Colts division. Ravens with a narrow win over the Thunder. The Spartans getting handled by the Rhinos, who are playing later this afternoon, and the Stingrays, well, they keep rolling on 66-0 over the Vultures. And before the Stingrays run out, we'll take a look at the regular season standings. The Stingrays, a perfect record, standing at 18 points. Their opponents today, the Thunder, scraping in out of that battle for 4th place between Thunder, the Vultures, and the Spartans. Waiting now. I'm seeing the tunnel get blown away a bit here. The Stingrays just taking every minute they can to stay in the sheds. I'll use this opportunity to reintroduce my colour commentator for today, John Hollywood Rowe. We just saw a screamer of a junior division battle there between the Spartans and the junior Stingrays. Right now, for the first time, we yet to see a confirmed team in the Sun Bowl for the Stingrays. The Colts, they're their last hope.
G'day Kenny, g'day everyone. Good afternoon again. It's been a lovely day of football. This is my Sunday church here at football. We've got 4 sermons today. Yes, you're absolutely right. That last game was a doozy. Very, very nice with Shanks, the quarterback there, just putting on an MVP performance. Thundercats, great name there, great combination there. They've definitely got some size. Obviously, you won't get the sense at home, ladies and gentlemen, but holy dooly, these are some big people. And we've just seen there, as you said, Kenny, the Gridiron Queensland tunnel decide to exit stage left due to the wind, but we've lined that up correctly now, and as you said, we're waiting for the Stingrays to come out. This should be a really, really good game, because Kenny, I'm getting that sense from talking to you and a bunch of other people is that the Thundercats have got some size and some skill, but can they put it together versus a very well-drilled machine like Stingrays?
Exactly right. The Stingrays, the back-to-back Colts champions under head coach Chris Nguyen, who's found success wherever he's gone. Was a successful head coach down in Gridiron, Victoria. Was a successful coordinator before that. And pretty much whoever has picked him up and assigned him to a role, he's managed to find a way to win.
And what have we seen that with Kenny? Is you were talking about with the juniors before, in the Colts and things like that. So is there that definite upskilling, upfeeding from the juniors to the Colts to the men's that we'll see in that great organisation, the Stingrays then?
Well, we've seen it in the short term a lot. Both these Colts teams, and particularly in the next game with the Rhinos in particular, we're already seeing a lot of the juniors playing up in Colts. And as of last night, you would have seen a lot of Colts playing up in seniors. And the whole point of trying to get this split going is trying to encourage the graduation rate. And by that I mean the more younger players in our junior programs or our Colt programs moving to the adults. Because over the years, we've noticed that you get this great talent in these Colts divisions, but they don't stick it out to seniors. And we might not get them back. If you're lucky, they come back after a couple of years of being a young adult and finding themselves, usually in bars and seedy places.
Gap year.
As they take their gap years. But yeah, this is obviously a move to endeavour to try to improve that. And right now, we're seeing the seeds of that growth already here in year 1.
And yeah, I think you're right there, Ken. It's the same problem for any league in the country. Is what I read on Facebook last night as well. That a lot of players the teams that didn't make it through the finals, quite a few players have retired. And that's it. So you've somehow got to backfill that vacant position now before going into next season. So I saw at least 4 people say that's it for the games. That's it. They're done.
Of course, in our sport, or at least certainly in our league here in Gridiron, Queensland, everyone goes through about 3 different retirements. And that's not even including that's just playing retirement, then your coaching retirement.
It's the John Farnham effect, I believe they call it.
All the different comeback tours.
I'm looking at touchdown photography down there in front of the tunnel. If she kneels down and gets ready to take photos, that might be ready to come out.
And Nikki Verbekel out in position. And I'm starting to see a bit of movement at the tunnel. The Stingrays, it's 2 p.m. now. This game was scheduled to kick out at 2 p.m.
We're going to delay a game before the game even starts here. That'll be interesting.
Think a bit of gamesmanship here.
Oh, and Kenny, while we're chatting, and to everybody out in the stands as well, thanks to stopping by and saying hi to Kenny and myself. So if you see us walking around during halftime, we'll come up and say g'day, and thank you to everyone that has, and everybody that's online. Thanks for the words. Keep watching the live stream Brisbane and Gridiron Queensland feed. So you can get we got a couple of people watching from... Oh, look at that.
Here we go, I've been stitched up. So, yeah, last night stayed with the live streaming Brisbane crew. I lost a certain game. And I had to pay some sort of forfeit. There's my false start. And I told them I will attempt to do the worm for the first time in many years. As you can see here. Interesting way to
everybody
kill time
in the
here.
crowd, look at the screen up there on the hill. You'll see Kenny in some sort of Airbnb.
They clearly didn't want to edit out the 3 minutes of amping up I had to go through.
This is just psyching yourself out.
This is me questioning my decision. I'm wondering if the 15 kilos I put on since I last did it is going to stop me.
Here come the Stingrays.
And more importantly, here come the Gold Coast Stingrays. The defending champions making their way on the field, led out by Jaden Paludin. And a couple of the other ones there, Tane Hayden James. And just to finish it off there without teasing you.
There was a lot of psych up for you there, Kenny, wasn't it?
There was a lot of psych up.
Just had to give a call out to Hey You, the Rocksteady crew, and call Crazy
Legs. I think that's a failure to deliver there. Robbing the Stingrays of... There we go. Boom, proven I've still got it. All right, let's get back to the real focus of the day here.
I was waiting for a crow to just swoop in and take you. So Stingrays in the blue. And are we calling them the Thundercats, or is this the Thunder? Have they amalgamated for the Colts?
They did, yes. It's obviously with the seniors had a pretty significant merge there, but it's only the Colts program that was actually officially named a combined team, renamed as the Thundercats. You can see their captains there, number 77, Caleb Horworth-Brown, number 23, Glenn Kenner, Chris Negus, another one I think, and number 12, Nathan Ashton Miles, one of the starting cornerbacks for this team.
It's interesting, Kenny, you bring that up now. The last game of this game, I've never seen a season with so many hyphenated names.
Well, I think it's becoming the new trend, you know,
trend
with parents.
Well, just name them football position, please. So could we have Jordan linebacker safety?
That's the tails. Heads. And
Reginald
tails.
receiver fullback.
We'll go heads. Heads is the call. And it's heads. Thundercats have won the toss. What's your choice? We'll defer. You're going to defer?
Yeah, we'll receive.
You're going to receive the ball. Which way do you want to go? That way? Okay, can you spin around, guys? Thundercats have won the toss and have deferred their option to the second half. Stingrays will start the game receiving the ball at this end of the field. Good luck, captains, and let's go straight to the kickoff.
Official call there, and once again, the winning team takes the option to defer. Interesting though, by the Thundercats choosing to run against the wind as their option here in the first quarter.
No, look at their look at that flags. Mac Ferris almost did. He did my trick that I often instruct my players to do sometimes. Is he's going to receive, and he said receive, and you go to the opposition team. Which way do you want to kick? I often tell my players, go to the side that we want them to kick to. And then you see the opposition captain will go, okay, we'll kick that way. And we've manipulated them into not only not receiving the ball, but to kicking in the wind. But unfortunately, Mac Ferris did it the wrong way. He actually said, I'm moving. You can see on that coin toss, he moved just a little bit when they said, which way do you want to kick? And he moved to the bad end. I was like, no, go the other way. It was like almost worked. So you can just try and manipulate people just that little bit to not only giving up the kick, but then kicking into the wind.
Look at the mind games. Oh, wait, I confused myself there. I thought They chose which end zone they're going to defend. They chose which way they're running. So that makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
Running right to left on your screen. As far as cardinal directions goes, they will be defending the southeast end zone, running towards the northwest.
Plenty of crows flying around today, so a lot of bird life here. So at the crow end and the magpie end. I was watching a referee get swooped by a magpie in the end zone. Look, one of the earlier games.
Don't joke about that, because for the first time in my time around the sport, we saw an official interchange, or interchange for the officials yesterday. White had name escapes me. He had to get changed in because he had a lower leg injury, so they had to go a rotation. Bad back. Sorry, I'm getting confirmation.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen at home. You can, that's our second time in the last half hour that the football has come off the tee due to that wind.
Richard Prater is the official yesterday who had to, the white hat official who had to call it a day early. Here go the Thundercats. Komi Emmanuel and Zaglogaloo kicks this, uses the wind and gets a touchback.
Really nice job there of the opening kickoff.
And Zaglogaloo was nice enough back in week 6 to jump on the scoreboard and help us out through that production. Came up and shook my hand and he goes, "You don't know me, but I want to say thank you." And I'm like, "What for?" He's like, "For pronouncing my name correctly."
Oh, magnificent. Magnificent.
It's
The George Danikian commentary school.
the things that you want to hear as a commentator.
First down and 10. Stingrays with trips.
Here goes Gore Kawat Chapari getting the ball out quickly to Paludin. Paludin, last night's hero for the men's team, picks off where he left off. Gets his ball to the 40, but flags are down. Back near where the quarterback threw the ball. Mark Louis, the white hat official today.
Well, we know it'll be excellently pronunciated then.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 11, defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run.
Roughing the pass up.
First down.
Fraction late, but that's all it needs to be.
Fraction late. I could have driven to Sizzler and back again. And they're closed.
No, there's one open, I think. There's one open left in Queensland. Don't know where it is, but
No,
it's
it's-
open somewhere.
That's how you start the game there. You see that pass was definitely thrown. There was definitely 3 steps to 2 steps away from the QB. Really nice job from Chapari then.
So the
Straight
huge,
quick receiver screen.
huge pass tack on 15. Gorkawat Chapari looking left this time. He'll beat the first tackle, Mac Ferries. Mac Ferries, the 2018 starting quarterback. Back in the team, this time as a wide receiver.
Great play calling so far. Have a look at the slot receiver. Oh, you can't see it there. The cornerback for the slot receiver is standing about 10 to 15 yards off. So you can throw that all day. He's going to have a great angle. That second slot receiver is going to have a great angle to block that corner.
Mac Ferries, a state representative and the team's longtime quarterback, didn't actually go through the preseason with the team. It came on late, and I love the decision here by the coaching staff, knowing that they decided they wanted to move forward with Gorkawat Chapari. Didn't jump back to Mac Ferries. They've now playing him in a skill position and trusting the development of Kawat Chapari.
It's one high safety here. Single coverage down the bottom.
He's looking right. Former running back. Try to pull on some moves. Here goes Kawat Chapari for the right pylon. First touchdown of the day belongs to quarterback Gore Kawat Chapari.
Really nice job there. Great picking up the blocks, rolling outside. Again, steadying up the work here. Staircase running. Just nice little chip blocks along the way.
Scoring opened up by the defending champs, 6-0.
Good balance for the young man.
And 2-point conversion upcoming in at running back is a man you know well, Gab Salvo. He'll pass protect. Chapari looking right. Pass incomplete, intended to Jet Bond. The score remained 6-0.
Good old Gab.
Yeah, how about his story? Came on halfway through the season, played 6 games last year, and then was good enough to be selected just from that small sample size to the Australian squad and end up being a key part of that running back rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good. As a coach, you find out, you have an idea where you want to put somebody, but it's not until you see them in practice, or you see them in the game, that they truly shine of where they're comfortable with, and then you've got to be a good coach to put them where they want to go with that. And that's what we saw. We tried to do too much with Gab early on because we definitely saw some talent, but did we just try to rush him too much? And then once we got the train tracks rolling with him, we just knew he was a dozer. So let's just give him the ball, not make it too complicated, and just give him Jerome better style.
Andre Mattia Ricky.
Thundercats with one receiver back to catch the ball. Most teams we've seen today have been two.
And it's an awkward one. It'll bounce around the 30. Fielded by Comi Emmanuel and Zaglo Galoo. Wow, he's turned that into something decent. Gets it across halfway, I think. Huge hit, flags it down.
That should be a flag, absolutely. You can't do that against a really good run here by number 4. He's going out of bounds. This is a legal hit, but now this is not. What happens right? Oh, did you keep it?
Misses
we'll
it.
see how we go. So really nice job. You can see everybody's going in the middle, gets the outside, good speed. Legal, perfect hit right there, really good. But now what happens here? Get up there, right there. There's even you could almost say that's a punch.
Well, I think, not to defend him here, but I think possibly one of the Thunder players has hit him from behind. Whilst, to be fair, he's taunting.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Kenny. Just seeing that on a replay there, but there was an arm that went out. And I think you're right, Kenny. It'll be asked to see the review if the referee saw it.
Despite the penalty, I'm just going to take this opportunity to show my admiration for that hit. We've seen some good hits today here on this Sunday.
And again, that is a credit to a lot of the coaches and the teams that are coaching correct hitting and tackling.
So Ricky's clapping something up. He's the man in question at the moment.
Mark Louis with the call.
There are multiple fouls on the play. Offside on the kicking team. That will be a 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. After the play was over, we've got a personal foul for a late hit. That's 15 yards in addition to the 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Interesting. It's not for the post-play stuff. He's saying that the hit itself was late and Zaglo Galoo was out of bounds.
Yeah, the interpretation there, Kenny, is like either that or they've just called that contact a late hit.
Yeah, possibly.
So it's either the tackle is a late or the contact. Let's see what the Thundercats have got.
All right, first play is a deep pass. Tobis White, the signal caller for the Thundercats. And similarly to the junior Stingrays, they open their first offensive drive with a deep pass. And this
so, Kenny, you've watched the Thundercats all year so far. What are some of their strengths here? I said they've got some size there.
They do, and not surprisingly, they've got a strong inside running game, but I don't know if the gentleman I watched through the season is actually in kit today. Under pressure, taken down by the big defensive tackle, Jalen Chantung.
He was straight through there in the middle there. A really nice job.
And look, that front four for the Stingrays are huge. He stands above all of them.
Well, that's pretty easy when no one blocks you. So obviously a 4-man line there. For the D3 line for the offense. Somebody's coming through free. There you go.
Yeah,
completely unblocked. I thought you had him.
Everyone's I'd end. No, this 4-man front, a very aggressive 4-man front. Tobis White looking for some space on the outside. Drops to a knee quickly and that'll be 4th down.
Linebacker number 45 there for the Stingrays, Braden there on the outside contained. Very interesting. Just might watch that from now on with the scheme they've got against this quarterback, because as I saw the quarterback drop, you could see a defense go into a certain pattern. It wasn't necessarily a zone, it was just this is how they're going to contain a rollout. So I might keep an eye on that, whether they've got a specific game plan for this quarterback if he's going to roll out.
And of course, They do run a bit of an option game, but right now they sent the special teams unit out. They're going to try and add 3.
And they're counting players, time it out. They've got the wind.
They do, and I think maybe they're going to think about it. We'll take this first opportunity to take a trouble time out of their own.
Omaha! Face! Julius! Move 20! 50's right. Move! Clear! Omaha! Sit! Then down! 50's right!
And back here, and the Thunder making their way out of the timeout they called. They were in a field goal kicking formation, and it looks like the kicker is staying out there. The kicker, Arthur, here we go, Patelesio. Holder is the quarterback. Sorry, no, well, one of the quarterbacks, Chris Negus. Negus, it's a bad snap. And Negus can't hold. And there'll be a turnover on downs as the Stingrays recover. I do apologise, I've been calling the wrong number 3 for the opening drive for the Thunder. It's Chris Negus, the quarterback for the Thundercats.
That's all right. That's all right, Kenny. I'll forgive you.
Oh, mate.
So much to remember.
So many games, so many talented QBs.
It is interesting, isn't it? Now we get quite a few names on the paper. We've got to learn the team lists and see what's going on and who's changed jerseys and who's not playing. And first down and 10 for the Stingrays. Again, you look at this defensive formation for the Thundercats. They're in a lot of trouble here if they swing this ball out. As you can see, the quarterback audibling straight away that they've seen something as well.
And they show 4, but only send 3. Trying to get a pass to one of the wide receivers, Bailey Thiaz, another one of the players who regularly plays up at the senior level.
So for those of you home watching, playing the home game, I really question that call there is why would you throw... There was a man, 2 guys almost completely uncovered, but you've thrown now to a guy 10 yards downfield who's just run into coverage. How about you just throw it at the line of scrimmage and get a quick pass out there? You can see the quarterback who audibled for that and basically, look now, I'm going to throw it to you. Again, you can see that slot to the right.
Korchabari hands off to Cab Salvo. Doesn't find anything but the shoulder of a couple of Griffith University Thundercats.
Here's number 78, Frankie Tinalao. Have a look. He's just going to go through and go, I'd like you to meet my bicep. This is my arm. Watching the technique of the referee. That's really nice job.
How much did he tip off the referee for that shot? Must have made a killing.
Do I look good in these black pants? But we can definitely see that the Thundercats got some muscle up front. I see the key here for the Stingrays, just get around the outside. You can see this corner down the slot.
Another blitz here by the Thundercats. Joe Cortroy replies by taking up downfield. First down, Stingrays. He gets this close to halfway.
That's a really nice shot. Have a look at the replay of this. So everybody's out to the outside. Blitz on the outside. There is nobody up the middle. A really good job of reading that and taking it up the middle.
And just the common theme with quarterbacks in the junior and Colt divisions, they're usually athletes. And not only is an athlete, he's a trained ball carrier. Last year, playing for previous Stingrays teams, was playing in the position of running back in his first full year at quarterback. Pitch here, Salvo. Spinning and turning out of tackles past the first down marker now, still driving the legs. Will get this ball all the way to the Thundercat 30.
Oh,
late flag.
That'll be on Gab. Oh, and that'll be on Gab as well.
Oh,
Can't kick the ball.
hat going too.
A little bit of argy-bargy here. As we see with
saw it there.
testosterone levels. Now, if I was the referee, I think we've got 2 flags here. We've got basically the push and shove afterwards, and then they call it batting, but it was kicking of the ball. You can't do that.
Glenn Kenner, a guy getting underneath Salvo's skin.
So, and it's unfortunate. It was a good run by Salvo there. Just telling number 98, Curtis Bailey, there for the Stingrays, he's got to get out of the way. He's got to get downfield and block because Gab Salvo is running right behind him. I thought it was a great play call though. You put trips to the field side, and you were out. The Griffith Thundercats were outnumbered.
Stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here.
We have multiple fouls on the play. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 20 of the offense. That is number 20's first. That was number 20's first unsportsmanlike conduct foul. Subsequent to that, we have another dead ball foul for delay of game against number 20 offense. 5-yard penalty.
Mark, will that be a fourth, and that'll be, what's that, third down then?
Yeah.
Mic'd up, but there it is, 20 yards of penalties against Gab Salvo. The other key thing is there, it is one unsportsmanlike conduct, get 2 of those and you're out of this game.
That's exactly right.
Both fouls occurred after the first down was made. The resultant will be 1st and 10.
It'll be 1st and 10 because it happened after the first down was achieved by the Gold Coast Stingrays.
I always think it's an important thing of Gridiron is, did the penalty occur after the first down or before the first down or during the run? I think that's absolutely critical. I mean, you sort of like, yeah, it's bad, we got a personal foul, but we've still got a first down.
Ball now on the 40 for the Stingrays. Court Chapari. Play action pass. He's looking for Mac Ferries. Ferries' second reception on the day. Oh, he's got some open space with Thiaz in front of him. And he gets caught from behind, but not before he gets it inside the Thundercat red zone.
Again, really nice job. Those angles. 89 can do a better job, but he did just enough what we need to do. And fantastic job there. Who was that receiver that just put his hands up there, said, I'm not going to block in the back. That's a heads up play to say, I'm not going to do anything that's going to jeopardise this play.
I think it was Thiaz.
It's a nice job.
Well,
They've got some rhythm here, the Stingrays. They found the weakness outside because the way the Thundercats are covering on defence.
Mac Ferries usually throwing those passes shows that he's equally adept catching them. Gab Salvo fired up from the result of the last couple plays. Won't be stopped on his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Stingrays. No flags on this one. Stingrays add their second touchdown of the afternoon.
Great staircase running. Really nice job of blocking there on the outside. Good cut off by the line. Andre Bailey there, a nice little seal block on the right tackle.
2-point conversion upcoming. Jaden Paludin. Outside, Bailey Thiaz, both right side of the field. And that's where Coach Barry will look for. The pass is batted over the middle by Arthur Patelisio. Incomplete. Stingrays go 0 for 2 on 2-point conversions, but do have a 12-point lead over the Thunder yet to score.
Just looking at that defense there, Kenny, Chapari can really just delay draw and run it himself for a 2-point conversion if he needs to. I think he's got the step. They're only holding 3 at the line of scrimmage. Everybody else is dropping.
Let's see if they go back to that next opportunity. While this kicker's getting set, we're going to get another replay here. Yeah, I think it's Patelisio gets a hand to it. There it is, nicely done. But there's certain ways there's usually a word you can describe any runner of the football. I think for Gab, the one I would choose is angry. He's an angry
runner. He's an angry bird.
Mattia Riggi has some draw.
Oh, look, it's Nebraska from 1988.
It's a high kick, but is returnable. Starting at the 7. Here goes the Thundercats. Missed tackle. Bringing that ball back is number 41. Both missing on the team list.
Marinowski does a really nice job of tackling there. Good wrap. It's also too, Kenny, it's great here watching today. It's in the semis. Even the coaches make more of an effort these days. I mean, back in the days, it was just going to wear a pair of shorts and a t-shirt and tracksuits and everything. Today's been all class from a lot of the coaches.
Yeah, from the Stingrays. I think also
Stylish.
A lot of the players as well. Actually, I saw a lot of the Stingrays Colts all rocking up in polo and trousers. Here goes Chris Negus. Slides to protect himself. Gets it past the 20.
Yeah, it's something we've definitely instilled with the Sun Devils too at that time, Kenny. Is it's business time, so you're going to rock up in a nice pair of shiny shoes and a pair of pants. It is a little bit tricky though in the Queensland weather. It's 36 degrees and we don't have to wear a suit.
Try telling me that in 2 weeks' time.
Second down and about 8 yards for the Thundercats.
Negus under pressure, trying to hit the crossing route to Ken Sakashita underneath.
Had him
Can't
too,
connect.
just a little bit more accuracy.
Thundercats, who currently trail by 12 with 2 minutes 10 remaining in the first quarter. Their men's team into the Sun Bowl to take on the Brisbane Rhinos in the men's division. Looking to try and join them. Of course, actually, they'll be the third team, the women as well.
Mm-hmm.
Men's, women's, and the Colts, if they can upset a rampaging Stingrays Colts unit. Negus under pressure, evades it. Again, pretty quick to slide. That's on third down, though. Won't get the job done. They've got a 4th and 6. And they'll have
I'm
to
loving
send
what the
one in.
defense is doing here for the Stingrays. I think they're just saying, we're going to dare you. If you need to throw, you're going to need to throw long, and we'll be back here ready for you. Just saying that we don't think you're that accurate passer. So we're either going to sit back here and make you run, and then basically leave it up to the linebackers that, as you said, Negus is sliding early.
And
Probably just needs to stick with it a little bit longer.
it was Paul Holgate, one of the coaches from across the league. He was giving me his little scouting report on the two teams, and he says their front four control everything. They'll happily sit in cover 3 behind it because they don't need to change. They'll dare you to throw long.
Well, there you go.
And it's a solid punt. Paludin's back. He won't get to it, and he will try to return this after a bounce. Breaks the first tackle. Now he's down the right-hand sideline. Looking for a block, and will get taken down at the 27, maybe 28. But Ricky helps him up.
You can see that wind affecting the ball there.
One thing I see sometimes in the junior division, you have some sneaky returners who'll say poison, poison, and will give that look to the ball. So then the defense eases up. Then they go on, pick the ball up. It's not like they didn't call a fair catch, so they end up picking the ball up and returning it for a big gain. Mac Ferries, far side wide receiver. Spread look once again. Kawachapari waiting for the snap. Reverse pivot. Kawari keeps it and gets punished. A couple of tackles, one of them, and Zaglo Galoo.
I'm just watching the play design on this one.
And Frankie Tenelau as well.
I can see the intent of what they were trying to do, if they're trying to influence. But I think your opponent needs to be a better disciplined team for that to work. And what I mean by that is you have teams that are disciplined because they know if they see something, they have to do this. Not taking anything away from the skill of these guys here, but that's what may win them the game for the Thundercats, is they're not conventional.
Mm-hmm. Flag, and this could be a delay game. That's the signal I'm seeing.
Flag comes way from the back.
Prior to the snap, delay of the game, number 11, offense. 5-yard penalty, still the second down.
Of course, well, you're talking about, I think about that. You're on that reverse period. I think that, they're hoping that the linebackers are trailing front side, trying to get to the edge. But alas, when they're blitzing from the backside, it's not going to really help you out. Closing in on the end
especially
of
with
the
Big
first.
Frankie in the middle there.
Kuchibari short pass to Ferries again. He's on his knee though. He won't be able to advance it and might even have lost a yard.
Again, that pass is there. The intent is there. Just with the receiver screen.
You can see there's a player who's been around. Doesn't even try to advance it. You can see almost his disappointment there that he had to drop to a knee to catch that.
And you'll notice already now, Kenny, just the difference between the last game and this game. Everyone stayed in bounds. It was running clock. I mean, this game is taking a little time here. Just with the passing attempts, the out of bounds runnings and the penalties, it's taking a bit longer.
It certainly is. Now as we enter the second quarter, the Gold Coast Stingrays, the number 1 seed and defending champs, they'll head into the second with a 12-point lead over the Griffith University Thundercats.
Good numbers on both sides too, so it'll be interesting to see, as we talked about, how they feed up into the seniors from here. The recruiting process. I mean, both organisations, especially the Thundercats. The Thunder have done a magnificent job over the last couple of years of building up their practice facility and storage and equipment, etc.
Yeah, Griffith University, fantastic facilities. Toss play here, no reverse. Mac Ferries now reversing the field. Stiff arm, beats a defender. Past the 25 now, and will work his way back to the original line of scrimmage.
Nicely set up play, so they had 3 receivers into the boundary, basically on the short side. So you're going, okay, they're going to run behind the 3 receivers to the short side. Plenty of space on the other side. Just couldn't make it happen as well as I think they wanted to.
Well, Calder Shanks in the junior division, Chris Negus, the quarterback of the Thundercats, playing it both ways. Here on 4th down, well, we haven't seen him have to punt yet. Gorkort Chapari, they're running a play. Rolling out, throwing deep, incomplete, turnover and downs. Pass intended to Jet Bond.
So, Kenny, just to recap, it was 4th down and 11 from their own 29-yard line. Am I correct?
You are correct.
Okay, so what does that tell you?
I think it tells me they've got a head coach who has all the belief in the world in his defense.
That's exactly right. Basically, it says we're going to dare you. We did this, and had a bit of pizzazz with the reverse, attempted reverse that almost worked. And now basically we're going to say, okay, Thundercats, let's go. Beat my defense. I do love a bit of good attitude in a semi-game.
So, ball on the Stingrays 29. Negus taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Kenny, with your experience here, do you think Negus is the best guy to be running it, or do they have better, faster power guys in the backfield?
Well, from memory serves correctly, I think it might have been Arthur Patelesio, who's their starting inside linebacker, who was playing the Rhinos last time I played him, and I thought he did a great job powering up the middle. Obviously, his primary position is linebacker. He was moonlighting that day, but I just thought he was a fantastic running option on the interior. Well, speak of the devil, I think he might be in now. To pass protect, no, it's not him, it's number 52, as this pass is completed. Over the middle, Negus to Ken Sakashita. Pass protecting there is Remy Sortel.
He's throwing it. You can see that ball with the nose down, and this is one for the quarterbacks at home. If that nose is pointing down and you're throwing into the wind, that ball is just going to dip exactly like that. He's going to have to put a lot more air under that ball and get that nose of the ball up for it to go into the wind. You just see that, it's just like a bam, just a nice curve down, and he's going to have to make a better throw of that.
Call you the quarterback caddy. Oh, almost intercepted by Samuel Stevenson.
Straight through the hands.
The former Raven, but now well and truly a Stingrays had spent more years.
Look at the pressure there.
Yeah,
Great
good
job by the camera there, picking up 3 straight away on the Stingrays. 4 coming through. And that is why he plays defence, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, the long-time inside linebacker now for the Gold Coast Stingrays.
Stingrays in cover 3 at least. It looks like saying, did we dare you?
And they're daring indeed. Oh, what a grab! Intercepted at the 14. Coming away with it, Jack Boswell.
Is there contact before Kenny here? This could be pass interference, but no, there is no flag.
Well, we know that doesn't stop people from reviewing.
There's straight up the back.
Specky, you could say. Let's see if they take a page out of yesterday's book.
As far as I'm concerned, with the interpretation of the rule, did the Stingrays player impede the receiver from catching the ball? Yes, he did, because he made contact with him by hitting the back. So that, for me, should be a legitimate pass interference against Stingrays. But it wasn't called.
Nope, no review.
And I'm not throwing a red flag.
Gorkawat Chapari with a salvo. That's no, he'll fake it. And he'll roll forward for a... Well, he's still going. He'll grab another couple of yards after contact. I think that was about a 6, maybe 7 yard gain on first down.
You can see him just trying to influence, like you said before, can he influence those linebackers? Just setting some things up.
Actually picks up 8 yards on that play. 2nd and 2.
We've got a Thundercat player down.
Well, we'll take a short break while he's looked over. Take another trouble sport timeout.
Omaha! Face! Junior! Blue 20! 50's right. Blue! Clear! Omaha! Then down! 50's right!
All right. Back after that injury timeout. Made his way to the sideline under his own power. 2nd and 2. Stingrays throwing long off the hands of Andre Bailey. Has spent most of his time playing defense with the Stingrays. I've seen him out running routes.
Really nice job from Andre there, getting his head turned around. So basically what we call it throttle down. Once you get past that linebacker, just ease up and get your head around and look for the ball there. He's playing a bit of defense, but you know, he hit him in the hand. He should be able to catch it. The coach is obviously believing that he can catch that pass, and it was the great pass, seam pass down the middle. Too high now for the Thundercats.
I'll see if they'll go the interior. That they do. Good read, good throw. He's running through the secondary now. Negus eventually takes him down. Picking up that long reception is Jet Bond.
I think Bondi just showed the last player how to do it properly. That's exactly how you do it. So we saw that again. Same thing with the verticals down the seam. Saw the head come around. The great pass in stride. Chapari delivering on time. Really nice job. Great leg drive there, even being held down. That's exactly what you want out of your players. Stingrays are on a roll here. They've found some rhythm with the seam passes. Thundercats back to one deep safety that's not even in your picture. Wow, that was interesting.
Both teams are probably disappointed that play was called, I think.
That was Canadian football with the receivers all going in motion. So you can see right there, hitting at the seam. Really nice job.
Oh, no, it's a clean block there. In the back there, good stuff.
Prior to the snap, with a false start on multiple players on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
He couldn't truly say it because the receivers went but the O-line stayed, so he couldn't say everybody. Even though you know you want to.
Looking after the players there, making sure no one has to run any individual gases. 4:20.
Take a shot to the right. Sorry, can you take a shot to the right side, top of the screen?
Oh, they won't be able to. Gorkwachari, but he escapes the rush after a bad pickup. And he'll get this back past the halfway mark. And we'll almost get it to the original line of scrimmage.
Oh, great little route combo there from the Stingrays. I hope they come back to it. Basically, the top of the screen, you had the slot inside receiver to a seam straight down the hash marks. And basically, the widest receiver was basically doing a 4 and slant in underneath. Great little combo. That if it gets cleared out, you can hit underneath. But if the guy doesn't go with the seam route, it's open for a touchdown.
Gorkwachari steps up in the pocket, still looking downfield. Jet Bond underneath it, he's got it, cuts back his defender, zigging, zagging, and will be taken down at the 5-yard line.
It's hammer time.
How about the pocket presence there, Coach?
That's very nice. But as you can see, that's that slant pass I was talking about coming all the way across the field. Now we're dancing and go. A little bit too much dancing there, but hey, great stuff. Great catch. Good move. Puts his team in a great position. But you're absolutely right. Chipari there with great presence to hold on to it and throw back across his body, throw with the wind. Nice job.
Thunder have taken a timeout, their second of 3, so we'll take a look at it one more time. Also, the awareness to stay behind the line of scrimmage as well.
Absolutely. You could see him pull up there and just go, I need just a quick survey.
I think that's probably a good display of the difference right there of the next level of quarterbacking compared to the junior division. I think every single junior quarterback we probably saw, except for maybe Tompkins there, as soon as they saw that open space, they're taking off and running with it. That's the next stage of development there for quarterbacking.
Oh, spot on, Kenny, spot on. I think Bond 21 was the seam guy who ended up bending the route, so it wasn't the top receiver. A great job of adjusting. Beginning, we saw that Stingrays route combo again, even though it was a rollout. So again, the seam down the middle and the slant from the outside.
Change the backfield for the Stingrays.
You can get a shot. Sorry, you can get a shot of the referee's pants there. They're flapping around. So that breeze is going crazy down there.
Yeah, wow.
So that will affect the passing game big time, especially for Nagus.
Changing the backfield, Connor Brewster. He'll pass protect. He'll have to get away from the rush. He does it again. Double spin move, and he'll get trapped up at the 5. Will fight as far as he can go, but flags are thrown down near the middle ash.
I think player 1 is hitting the spin button too many times here, Kenny. L1 hit stick.
Taken down with a combination of Patelisio and Zaglo Glue.
And wait for the call.
Brewster came on for his rep. Now he's back to Chris Nguyen.
Illegal use of the hands. Number 95 on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
And there it is. Penalty there against the Stingrays. Andre Bailey with an illegal use of hands. Let's see if we can spot it. I think it would have happened earlier in the play.
As I say, it happened early in the play. It was right there at the end.
There it is, 95.
Where is this? So there, with you can see the helmet get jacked back.
Yeah, elbow to the helmet. Quick pass here to the man who was just penalised, and he atones for it by scoring a touchdown. Andre Bailey.
Really nice. We call that a pop pass. Just pop it over the top, run the seam. You'll see where they are. The defenders are. You're going to get the ball real quick. So literally take 3 steps and expect the ball now before you hit that defender. You can see that defender right then, who's covering it, is 3 yards deep in the end zone, and has to run up and make that tackle.
A lot of defensive calling. I guess it varies per belief system, but a lot of defensive coaches prefer that you try to force them to hit a pass right at the back of the end zone.
Absolutely. Now the 2-point conversion.
Looking to the fade to Paludin. Paludin loves that route, and you
That's
see
a
why.
great catch. Touchdown. Stingrays, great job catching over the back. He really had a choice. I saw Mac Ferries go to do the same route down in this corner as well. Way to go up and get it. Really nice job.
Well, Paludin, I've been singing his praises all seasons. I don't know if there's anyone in the Colts division who runs that route as well as he.
Look at that. One fall down and he's out of bounds, which is absolute perfect placement by the quarterback.
Mattia Ricky with the tee. Setting up for another kickoff.
The wind. So let's see. Drill this out the back of the end zone.
Glenn Kenner with his heels on the 5, set to return for the Thundercats. It's a deep kickoff. Fielded and will actually roll into the end zone, but it was touched beforehand. So it won't be an automatic touchback. Kenner's going to run this out and will get tackled inside the 5. Fantastic coverage by the Stingrays.
Is that Kai Keynes there, number 30? Great job there, wrapping up. So basically, Kenny, the options there. He could have taken a knee.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The only thing that, if you touched it, you can still take the touchback. It's just not an automatic touchback.
That's exactly right. Look at that. Technique tackle there by Kai. Great job. Head across in front. Use your body. Become the rag doll. Become dead, so to speak. So they're carrying a dead weight. Really nice job. Well coached. Well executed.
Well, this quarter's now starting to go to its final stages. 2:38 remaining in the half. Commanding lead by the Stingrays right now, 20 points to 0.
Stingray still in that one high look. Corners are backing off.
Jack Rithadech with a stunt. They get a pass complete underneath, but Samuel Stevenson will be there to make the stop. That pass completed to Ken Sakashita.
This is a really dangerous pass, Kenny, because basically you look at 31, he's going to be looking eyes, sees here, and basically he's just caught that. Ken's just caught that ball. He hasn't had a chance to wrap it up. He can just, the linebacker can just drill and wrap and strip that ball at the same time. It's a bit of a dangerous pass for a crossing route inside your own 5-yard line. A lot of space out to the top of the screen.
Another stunt to try and create pressure. Underneath, Mattia Ricky's got it picked off. Looking for blockers now, reversing field. He's looking for the right pylon. He's getting chased down there and will get taken out of bounds by Billy Lamaga. But a nice pick.
Yeah, again, it's throwing dead into the wind. They said this wind is crazy. So this is going to hang up in the air. It's not even going to make the distance. Now, right now, I thought he had a touchdown because I'm looking at this wall right here. Really nice job by the down train crew. Get out of the way. Put it to 6 down. Really good job, boys.
No one wants
Ladies and
broken
gents,
sticks.
whoever's down over the down chain crew, that's a really nice job of not getting yourself injured and not getting the players injured.
And not breaking the sticks.
They cost money.
They do.
You can only go to Bunnings so many times.
If only we could go to Bunnings to get these. 20 points to 0 inside the final 2 minutes. 48 remaining in the half.
You got two thoughts of thinking here, Kenny. You got the attitude, which is get the ball in the end zone now, let them have another shot and get it back before 1 minute 48. So you get 2 shots to the end zone. Or do you just quads to the left? I love the quads. You got 4 races to the left.
We've seen this once before. They ran a screen. They'll go to the same screen. No, it'll be a reverse.
Reverse pass.
Reverse pass. Mac Ferries, the former quarterback. Quarterback to quarterback. Ferries to Kawachapari. Great design, great execution.
The Philly special in effect. Have a look at this, basically. Just the pitch out, reverse here. There you see Chapari. Out he goes. Even people down at Calandra could see he was going out for a pass. Really nice job. Well, Kenny, that's exactly what I was saying. There's a bit of razzle-dazzle straight away. They put it in the end zone. That only took 3 seconds off the clock.
The old 2-for-1 play. Bringing over some basketball terminology. And they've got a full complement of timeouts too, as you mentioned earlier. 2-point conversion. Gorchapari wants the slant, won't get it. Flags down on the far sideline.
Stingrays going with a mirrored route combination, so the receiver on the left and the receiver on the right will do exactly the same thing, which are the slant passes. The QB just gets to pick whichever he wants to get the ball. There is Laundry down on the far side of the field.
The flag was thrown pretty early. Let's see if we gets caught up on a pick here. There might be some hands to the face.
There was, yeah, he got jacked up to the face where the inside slot of the right.
Offside, number 23, defense. Half distance to the goal. Repeat the PAT.
Turns out there was
Oh, we could be right, Kenny. Just may have not called it.
a player lined up in the neutral zone, so the Stingrays get an opportunity from a little bit closer to add another 2 points. 26-0, can they make it 28? Gorka with a hard count. He'll take it himself, plenty of space. Won't have a drama. There's another 2. The Stingrays, with 1:42 remaining in the half, had another 2 points, 28 points to 0.
Great chip off there by Gav Salvo there. Just that's the play before. The incomplete. Have a look at the running back here, I think, or is it slot? Or nothing. That's fine. Really nice job on the running back to seal that end, the blitzing outside linebacker. And Tapari could just saunter into the end zone. So, Kenny, we're talking about it, but exactly right. 28-0 with 1:24, so that really didn't take much off the clock at all. That's what I was talking about. What did the Stingrays do? Is they bleed the clock and just go into halftime, or they score quick, try and force either another turnover or get the ball back really quick after 3 downs and go in again.
Well, let's talk about the flip side of that. As the Thunder, what are you doing here? You're trailing 28, and actually I guess the logic is you want to get aggressive, try to get on the board before the end of the half, but you risk giving them another opportunity to score. I mean, Cameron Helbig, the head coach of the Thundercats, has got a lot to think about. He might not get an option. The Stingrays sneak through an onside kick and recover successfully.
Flag down, Kenny.
Flag down at the 30. Someone was
Oh,
offside.
by a mile. Number 42.
Jack Rithadech.
That was my type of run-up that I need for an onside kick. Great call. I totally respect the call. Great call by the coach. Really well executed by the kicker.
And
Just
we'll take a
Jack
look
there
at
on
it.
the outside. You can see him right here at the bottom of the screen, number 42.
Jack
He's
Rithadech.
going to be gone.
Offside,
There it is.
You got
42
two
on the
players that are
kicking
offside as
team.
well.
5-yard
Rithadech
penalty,
was actually
re-kick.
He's not happy with himself and watching the young man in 42 on the sideline.
He was watching keenly at the big screen, wanting to know for sure that he was offside.
Wait, Kenny, are we at the age now where when we used to play, you're telling me now the players could look at themselves on the replay of what they did and self-correct during a game?
Apparently so.
Oh, you've got to love
What a
technology.
time to be alive.
Oh, I love it.
Mattia Ricky, do they dare do it a second time, backed up at their own 25?
I think they were just looking at Jack saying, stay.
And they'll boot it long this time. So fortunately for the Thundercats, they'll have a chance to return here. He caught it right on the goal line, Kenner.
Oh,
Wants to beat, good stiff arm, shakes the first defender, but in comes number 41, Luke Marianowski with a form tackle. Flags late, who's done what now?
have a look at this replay here. I think it's number four for the Thundercats. You won't see it, but he absolutely just grabbed the guy all the way down. Was literally hugging him for a dance, and then pulled him down by the back of the jersey. Referees won't see it.
I think a ball might have been thrown as well. This could be against the Thundercats.
A bit of a chat on the sideline.
There's big Rob Hunter, one of the assistant coaches for the Thunder.
You might see the wide shot.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 23 of the Thunder. half distance to the goal. First down.
We've seen it from both sides now, a bit of ill discipline.
We saw there, so basically after there's nothing wrong with the tackle, perfectly tackle. Nothing wrong with the celebration for the Stingrays player after tackle, just that the Thundercats player took offence to it and basically threw the ball at the back of his helmet or at the back of his back, and the referee, Mark Luke, was right there to see it.
This time, 5 on the line for the Stingrays. Jack Rithadech, left outside linebacker.
Here comes pressure.
They'll throw short. It's complete. At the 14, he'll advance it past the 15. Number 43, Billy Lamaga.
I think if you give Negus a little bit that much time, I mean they're blitzing 5, and those corners are way back, that he will complete those short passes, even though he's got pressure. So it's a little bit of 6s and 7s to say, Kenny, is what do? Do you send that pressure and let him complete the short stuff, or do you back off a little bit and make him try and throw over the top of you where he's going to probably have a mistake?
Second down. 6 ahead. Negus under pressure, steps up, chooses to run, advances past the 20, and taken down inbounds. Clock still running.
Number 8 with a blatant hold on the side, but it wasn't called. See it off to the side. Right there, and against number 41. But got the yards.
3rd and short now. See if the Thunder will just load up for one last play. But it looks like they're in no hurry to get this play off inside 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And time expires before they can get a play off. That is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. The number 1 seeded Gold Coast Stingrays, they lead 28 points to 0. Well,
So I was saying before, they were a great cheer though for the Thundercats as they came off, because supporters are still here. And there's good body language from the Thundercats as well as they came back on the field. So they're enjoying themselves.
now we're seeing the penalty applied. They'll be kicking off from their own 15.
And against this wind.
The returner for the Thundercats, Kana, have the best opportunity yet to try and make something special happen. Actually, it's Billy Lamaga now who's dropped back to the lone returner. He's set up at the 30. Change of returner. Mattia Ricky. Ball's on the tee. He's ready to kick us off into the second half. He sends it downfield.
High kick.
We'll get it down to the... Oh, wow. Way to regain your balance. Oh, and a great block by Nzalgo Galoo. This return by Billy Lamaga finishes up around the Thundercat 33.
I'd be checking out that man number 88 there, make sure he's all right. Great legal comeback block.
And check that other side of the 35. This Thundercats will start on their own 37.
That's why I love special teams, is legally allowed to hit somebody like that. We'll see what the Thundercats come out with.
I think they might be taking your advice here, mate. The medical team is heading to the Thunder sideline.
There is a player sitting down in the back under the Ravens tent, off screen, just sitting on the ground. Might be getting attended to there, but let's see what the Thundercats have decided to come out with. See what they're happy doing.
And now the replacement, number 22. Just Aiden Connolly, the running back. They try to get Billy Lamaga on the bit of a circle route. Unsuccessful though. First down, it'll be second down and 10.
Big Remy Sortel there, number 52, doing a good job on the left side. It's got a lot to contain with there. You can see that immediate pressure from the right side. Sorry, the left side of the Stingrays defense.
$28-0. Here goes Negus. Negus trying to make something happen with a bit of a option game. It picks up about 2 yards.
Here we go, Kenny. So they've obviously talked about this at halftime. If we get a replay off that, that's the first time they've run a cross counter. So I was just talking about Remy, number 52 there. Basically did the old whipper-sipper snart, pulled right and tried to kick out the right defensive end. So he's gone from the left side and tried to kick out the right defensive end. That's the first time we've seen any type of lineman type cross play on that one. So I think they've talked about that at halftime. So design run by the QB, but it was almost like a QB trap.
Spread formation. Negus waiting for the snap. Once again, following his blocks. Design quarterback run, and it's good for a first down.
That's a great run. Look at that sliced angle run here. Watch the offensive line. They're all going to turn and pull there. That's a great little butt block. He doesn't have to get the hands in front. You call that a butt block because he's blocking with his butt. The center just pulls out a couple of steps. Have a look here. And just slows down and becomes just an annoyance. So that's a really nice job of getting the QB a first down.
First and 10.
Nico Reyes, I think, the center. Marching the ball, exactly like that shot just out there, keeping the Stingrays offense off the field.
Negus taking it this time, a pass, but he's under pressure, forced and flushed out to his left. We'll head back to the linebackers, and he's taken down by Luke Marianowski.
Interesting gamble here by the Stingrays, Kenny. So you can see right here, just off picture now, that linebacker is going to make, number 41, he's going to make a decision. Luke Marianowski, he's going to make a decision to leave the guy he was covering to go tackle the quarterback. Now, as we saw in that probably the last game as well, as we saw the QB might try and pop it over the top. But we're seeing Negus is not going to have his eyes downfield and he's just going to run it. So it's going to be that gamble by the linebackers to stay with the receiver or go for the quarterback.
Forward line. Stingrays showing blitz. Sending blitz. 2 pull out. Negus found some space though. Into the secondary and tackled again by Luke Marianowski.
That's a big hit on the helmet there. Not intentional, just to wrap it up. They're going to meet big time.
Actually, you could argue there is a case for leading with the head just based on what I've seen in college football and the NFL lately. Of course, we're run by IFAF.
Oh, absolutely, Kenny. You're spot on there. You can see Luke Marianowski there dip his head. So he's looking at the ground and just lead with that helmet.
No review though. They'll happy with what they saw. First and 10, ball on the Stingrays 28.
So this has been all Negus at the moment. He's running.
Negus throwing now into tight coverage, but it's complete. The pass only good for a couple of yards though. Completed to Billy Lamaga.
Good job of fighting there, but it almost would have been worthwhile for him to fall down straight away. He's going to get 3 yards, but then he's going to get taken back 3 yards by trying to fight.
D-line rotation now. Chris Nguyen doing a good job of keeping his front 4 defenders fresh. Coming back on the field is Jalen Shuntang, the tallest D-lineman on this Stingrays roster. Tallest player on this Stingrays roster. Deep drop. He'll sling this in the direction of Declan Allen, but it is off target, incomplete, and now they've got third down.
Third down, about 8, and they've had done some short passes, but it's mainly been on the legs of Negus. They said they have tried one cross block, but otherwise it's pretty much been angle blocking, trying to get to the outside with Negus.
Cycling in the play is Ken Sakashita, Couple of catches in the first half. Was limited to catches underneath. Third down and long. Looking at 8 yards. Negus bobbles the snap. Will take it himself. Receivers blocking downfield for him now. He's got the first. Has he got a bit more? He's taken out at the 11-yard line.
This is all Negus on this drive. Just a little fumble there. Picks it up, recovers. I'm seeing it's a lot more self-confidence now, Kenny, too, compared to that first half we saw. Maybe that's what we just needed, is get the ball in his hands, let him do what he needs to do and get his confidence up.
Well, it's a good drive they're developing right now. Currently without a score. It's a very tall mountain, but a good start with a score here on their first drive.
For pressure from Stingrays.
To throw to the flat. Not near his receiver. Incomplete. Another one intended for Lamaga.
Sorry, Kenny, I was just saying that defense line, 4 of them are coming. That's all. Everybody else is dropping into zone, so they're expecting him to try a bit of a pass and try and throw over us. But we've seen Negus run now, so we'll need to keep an eye on his wheels.
Forward line. They rush 4. Negus picks up the drop snap and we'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
I really like to try and see him to get to the outside. He's getting... Stingrays have got the middle covered, but a lot of his runs on this drive have been a couple of steps up the middle, then to the outside. So I think he's going to find more success trying to get to either the outside left or outside right.
Outside contained there by Luke Marinowski again.
You called his name a few times on this drive, so I see sort of a tendency there.
He's covering the left slot. Negus steps up past the first rush, can't evade the rest. Taken down by big Jalen Chantong.
Who's number 42 there for the Stingrays? Kenny, is that
Jack Rithevich.
Jack was shot out of a cannon. Look at that pressure straight away. Yes, he did go past the quarterback, but that made the quarterback step up into the pocket where the rest of the Stingrays defense said, thank you very much. Just shot out of the cannon off the corner there. Really nice job. Forced the pressure back up into their D line. And brings up 4th down.
Third year man has only known success. He's got but of all 3 of the last 3 titles for the Colts. Colts Stingrays. And a timeout taken now by the Thunder. On 4th down, they don't want to waste this opportunity. More about Jack Rithevich. He plays an interesting role for the Stingrays. He plays that outside linebacker position, almost like the Otto in some defenses. He plays the outside contain guy, but he's also has a lot of pass responsibility in that flat.
It's an interesting hybrid type thing, especially it's good when you get a position named after you.
28-0. We'll take a short break. Be back shortly.
Omaha! Face! Junior! Move 20! Tip! 50's right. Move! Clear! Omaha! Tip! They're down! 50's right!
And welcome back from another Tribal timeout. There's the Tribal tents here, provided us by our apparel sponsor for Gridiron Queensland, Tribal Sport. Check out their range at tribalsport.com.au, which reminds me, this Sun Bowl big throw, or big pass, being run by Tribal Sport right now. Buy yourself some Sun Devils merchandise on the Sun Devils tabs at tribalsport.com.au. Put yourself in the running to compete for the Sun Bowl big throw competition at the Sun Bowl. Go figure. For a chance to win $5,000 cold hard cash if you can first prove you've got the biggest arm, and then secondly, get the perfect bucket pass.
Oh, look out.
All just for buying a bit of Sun Devils apparel. Offside here on the defense.
That's a great job by Griffith Thunder if it stands. It'll be against the Stingrays. Really nice discipline from the Thundercats. Just get that little extra 5 yards. Good hard count. All the receivers know about it.
Prior to the snap, offside 42 and 75 on the defense. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
So that's just cruel, just individually numbering who was offside. Normally it's just offside's defense, and we'll leave it at that.
Well, he's naming the 2 players who had that last big play. Check the camera to that. And Shintan. Here we go, a nice deep drop for Negus, looking for the end zone. It's intercepted by Samuel Stevenson, and he'll take it 2 yards out. And probably, if he had his time again, would have loved to have taken a knee.
No, Kenny, he just wants the intercept. He doesn't care about anything else. The ball just hanging up a little bit too high there.
And that's, well, you could argue the Stingrays, they got Negus to do exactly what they wanted him to do. They want Negus to try to throw long.
That's exactly right, Kenny. That's the good thinking in there of just drop back. It was man-to-man coverage with one free in the middle. And just hang back to the corner of the end zone. I still think it's not explored enough as a coaching system. As everyone tries to throw to the back of the end zone. It's almost like you only need the ball to cross 1 yard or be level with the line. Just drill it and do a stop route right on the line rather than to try and throw over the receiver.
So did you say that? That was the method of, as we'll get back to it, Gab Salvo from his own end zone, stopping, starting, and getting to the edge. Picking up 9 yards on that carry. Actually, no, out of bounds a lot earlier than that, picking up 6 yards. But yeah, in a bunch of the senior games last night, that's exactly how a lot of the receiving touchdowns were scored. 1 yard short of the end zone.
I must be on a good thinking there. No, I think it's just simple. A lot of people, especially with these conditions or wherever you're playing, is like, why try and go over? Just know that the old rule was, if you're even or you're leaving, but otherwise, if they're in front, then you're breaking. So it's you coming back for a stop-go pass.
If you're even, you're leaving.
Yeah.
Gab Salvo cuts back.
He's got a block.
Got space down that left hand sideline. It takes this run all the way to his own 36. Huge gain on the ground.
Good little spy block. Nice job there by number 19. Connor Brewster there with a little cutback block from the fullback position. Gets Gab some more running room.
Connor Brewster, who's played a multitude of positions for the Stingrays, mainly the skill positions, but it's actually funny. He ended up playing a better right guard, which is funny when you look at him. But then Shane Salmon, who's coached junior Australia level and whatnot, he backed the decision. He said he honestly could be one of the best guards in the game if he wanted to. Well, they found a bit of a hybrid for him at fullback. Gab Salvo can't beat, and Zalgo Galoo, flags thrown from
×2.
multiple referees here on the near sideline.
Stingrays going here with a new formation, next bringing in basically a tight end. Oh, I think I just saw it then. It happened then on number 85. Jaden Pelodin, I think he just got face masked down to the ground. It may be. I'd love to see a replay of that again because I basically see the
Personal
defensive line.
foul, face mask, number 23 on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yes. Jaden's face was made to look a certain way. Basically, the defensive lineman had him and just said, "Oh, you're going that way."
And those reasons penalised can do a world of damage. Mac Ferry's back in the game. He's at the X wide receiver position.
And again, Jaden again at tight end, the tight end right position. So we're going with 2 running backs and a tight end.
First and 10.
This says something for the Stingrays.
Gulkawat Chapari hands off to Gab Salvo. He takes it forward for a yard or two. Tackled by Komi Emmanuel and Zaglogaloo.
I think it's Gab Salvo there basically looking for a face mask.
And Kenna almost giving himself
yes.
up. He probably had a case for it. You can see his helmet after the play is halfway off his face. They get straight back to business. Good block. Chabari going long for Ferris. Ferris caught it at the 10. Now he's dancing his way to the end zone. High stepping. A styling and wiling and in for 6.
I believe the term is style and profile on Kenny. Really quick, right? As you mentioned, Kenny, look at this. He's just going to run, pull up just before the neutral zone, and then bam, throw the throw pass. High step and into the end zone. Really nice job.
And Ferry's in for another. He's got a passing touchdown, a pair of receiving ones.
Oh, look at that camera angle. That's an interesting one. Mark Louis so quick, he's had a shoe blow out there.
Speed holes. Brewster still in the game. They've been running largely out of this two-back set this drive. There'll be a pass looking for Paluden to the back of the end zone, almost too far.
This will be offsides on the defense, but I'm pretty sure there's a flag on the far side of the field. I watched the cornerback jump into the end zone and jump out again, but did he? So technically there's nothing wrong with that, unless it's against the offense, because he got him to move.
Offside, number 4, defense. Half distance to the goal, repeat the PAT.
So what I'm saying there is
You got back.
I need to look at the rules, because he can get in and he get back before the snap of the ball, but if he caused the player to move, which I think he may have, will be the penalty against the defense.
At the goal line now. Looking to add another. Going to the back shoulder fade again. Paluden's money. That's another 2 points to the board.
Great, that's a really great job by Jaden there, getting the face mask earlier, and then coming as the tight end, and then doing some really good run blocking, and then getting that touchdown at the end there. Well, the 2-point conversion, I should say.
Paluden backing up. Played a full game yesterday.
Oh, really? He had a full game yesterday.
Starting wide receiver at the senior level.
Interesting watching the body language there, Kenny, of the Stingrays there. Nobody actually went over and actually congratulated Paluden at all. He just simply walked off.
There's head coach Cameron Helbig, as well as Ricky Fuyamano, one of his assistants.
I hope they're applying. We tried to teach those guys at the Sun Devils level practice plans and things like that. I hope they're applying the stuff. It's good to see them coaching.
And Ricky getting a bit of spin on this, bounces up, fielded at the 25. Good solid block there from Nzoglu and trucking forward, I think, is Kenner. Aiden Connolly taking a little while to get up on that plate.
Big Frankie just trucked somebody on the other side of the field.
And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. The Stingrays added to their halftime lead at 22-0. Enter the fourth with a 36-0 lead as they attempt to get to their fourth consecutive Sun Bowl appearance.
It was an interesting drive, Kenny. I mean, basically it was the kickoff with the 15-yarder, then Thundercats had it for a majority of the time. Got picked off the end zone and bam, Stingrays are down there, and we're now coming into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, time flies. Jack Cambridge trying to get the call, the defensive.
We have a lead of more than 35 points. The clock is now a running clock. We are in mercy rule timing.
I'll tell you what, so did the people at home hear that, Kenny?
They did.
That's the one thing I hate about this sport. Don't call it mercy rule. It's the stupidest name ever. It's just so degrading. Somebody changed the language.
Verbiage.
Yeah, mercy rule.
Just to explain that, as Mark Louis alluded to, there's because there is a 35-point margin, the team trailing has the option to move into a running clock, which means the clock is only stopped for timeouts and changes of possession, effectively shortening the fourth quarter.
So it doesn't matter if they run out of bounds or incomplete pass.
4 down linemen. And Jack Rickham Rithash misses. Negus finding space, pushing blockers in front of him. He has not given up. He takes this inside the Stingray 35.
Well, he can't fold his heart, that's for sure. He wants to get the first down, and he's definitely having a better second half than he did the first, that's for sure. Thought he had some room to the outside, but again, he wants to go up the middle.
I'll tell you who's been a key omission from this Gridiron Thunder side. Free safety Tyson Snag usually wears number 21. Huge influence on that defense. Obviously haven't seen him today. Would have made a significant difference, one would imagine. Negus with receivers either side. Dropping back, trying to hit a receiver. He finds a Stingray defender instead, who goes across the field, and coming away with an intercept is Wade Smith.
Nice job there from Wade, just waited for it there. Ball sailed just a little bit.
And well, they're obviously in a situation where they're just trying to make something happen here. You take a few more shots downfield, and intercepts are sometimes a byproduct of that.
That's exactly right, and that's exactly what you want as a Stingrays. Put them in a position where they have to do something, and you know that they've got to do that. So that's exactly what happens. So they just got to sit back on the heels, go to cover 3, make a throw over, and they'll be there ready for it.
So coming back a bit sooner than expected, Gorkort Chupari.
He's probably like, hey fellas, I didn't even get a water drink on the sideline.
McFerry scored on their last drive.
Let Matt go in at quarterback. Give me a break.
He's in it. Left wide receiver. They'll give it to Salvo, trying to close this game out. Look at him staircasing as you describe it. Lowering the shoulder, staying in bounds. Ball's come out! Oh, the Thunder defender wasn't aware. And the Stingrays will recover through.
That's Glenn
Andre
Kenner.
Bailey.
Glenn Kenner had it at his feet. He wasn't sure. There's a simple rule. If you ever see a football on the ground, just grab it. Right here, it's a great job. Nathan Ashmore Miles with the strip. And you see Glenn Kenner right there going, oh, what's that? Should I be on that?
You think 2 of the last 3 plays there, the strong run from Negus and then the Ashton Miles strip there, that's 2 skippers right there, leading from the front. And we've got Komi Emmanuel and Zaglo Galoo.
Well, it's good. He's moving. He wasn't moving before. So.
Front. And one thing we haven't really discussed that we probably should cover now, especially towards the back end of a game here. Speaking of some of the players who played yesterday, often we're talking about how some of them were just struggling and just sick just from the general sort of the sun and being out in the sun sometimes. And look, it's only been 24 degrees, but you stand in the sun all day in some of that kit, that can really do you in.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's why you got to keep in the shade, keep you hydrated and things like that. But that's exactly right. It's the humidity. It's Queensland. I mean, you get the same thing. I remember the old days of people, people playing in the Northern Territory just collapsing. Imagine up at our friends up in Mackay, Townsville, Cairns. That's the humidity up there.
Well, one of the saving graces has been the breeze, particularly today. Look at that round Queensland flag. It's pretty much been at that angle all day. It's been a consistent breeze. If you're at home and you haven't played Gridiron or you've been interested, why don't you try it, play it, love it. There's Kate Bennett amongst the Thundercat boys, one of the players for the women's. Oh, look at that. Craig
hello,
James.
here we go. Craig, somebody messaged Craig James.
Craig James.
Craig James, wave Craig, you're on the screen there, up on the big magnetron there. There he is.
There he is. Stingrays President Craig James having a sneaky text.
He was just checking his Bitcoin company there. So
He was on it well before it was cool. And there's more of the crew.
Oh, could we have security over there, please? They're a bit crazy.
Craig James.
We get the kiss cam going on.
No, they'll just focus on our booth the entire time, mate. We'll be in trouble.
Good sportsmanship there at the top of the screen there from the receivers in the corner. Jaden Paulin. A little high five before they get ready to go. 5:14 and running. 1st and 10.
And changing up defensively now. Zaloglu is back. Ready to get back into the action. Salvo. Oh, look at the footwork. Past the 30. Inside the 20. Taken down. Inside the Thundercats' red zone. Well, when you're trying to chew out a game, that's the type of back you want.
That's exactly right. Andre Bailey on the right-hand side there as tight end. Nice job. He's Griffith Thundercats just finding it a little bit tough in the last fourth quarter. Another one down.
And Nathan Ashton Miles this time down. We'll take this opportunity to take a short break. More GQ playoff action on the other side.
Omaha! Face! Julius! Blue 20! 50's right. Blue! Clear! Omaha! Then down! 50's right!
And welcome back. Some more good news. The Thunder player walked off the field under his own strength. 36-0.
I see we're in that final fourth quarter there with McFerry's with a bit of a false start before, but the referees didn't call it. Didn't affect the play.
McFerry's near side wide receiver Watermaker's screen. 2 touchdowns today. They're going for a third. Too far. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. Ball still at the Thunder 19.
It's a great pass. Little poco, post corner. Head fake there. Look, it's only... Gee, that's only 6 inches too long. It's a great little combination there, the quarterback receiver. And yeah, some of those passes you're expecting 3 yards, 4 yards off target, but this one is only a matter of inches.
Got Brewster back in the game.
Interesting too how the Stingrays call in this play on the team they have here. There's no wristbands. You have the quarterback coming over to the sideline, getting the play call from the coach, and then he runs back in the huddle and chats about it. Some teams do hand signals, some teams do wristbands, etc.
Maybe they can
Delay of game number 11 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
And that will be the fault of the coach. You've always got to think, it's always hard as a coach, you've got to think that one play ahead. You can never be in the play now. That's why half the time I don't remember what happened in the game. I've got to say who scored or what happened.
Jabari dropping deep. Is it a screen? No, it's an attempted long pass. He keeps evading the rush, throwing for the end zone. Polluted looking for the one-hand spectacular grab.
Is 75 eligible? Because he's 15 yards downfield. He is. He's on the end of the line here.
There he is. But a block and release.
No, I think he's just in the wrong spot.
Oh, Brewster there with a cheeky block as well.
He's the second guy in the end zone.
Well, you forget he predominantly plays defense. What's the number one rule in defense? Get to the ball.
As we look across on the other field there, the other 2 teams still warming up, Ravens and Rhinos. It's a lot of time in the sun out there.
Block in the back. Number 19 on the offense. Penalties declined. 3rd down.
Thought that was the case. So Connor Brewster, the fullback, hitting one of the pursuing rushes in the back. Penalty declined though. Another deep drop. Looking for Luden. Throwing to Andre Bailey off target, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought he wanted to come back to McVerry's on the backside. Because you can see he's there, he's looking at him right there, but then he heads his head downfield and tries to go to Andre.
So 4th down now.
I won't be too disappointed. Basically, just having a shot, maybe trying some things.
First circling the play, and speaking to Chris Newman at halftime and coming out of the half, he just said, you know, we just need to finish it off. We've done the hard work here. We just need to keep doing what we're doing. I asked him about the attire, and he goes, hey, this is next level stuff. We need to bring next level mentality, and that includes your attire.
It's great stuff.
That's why all his players restricted to wear trousers with polos. Korchapari with a keeper, calls his own number, got some space inside the 10, cutting back, taken down at the 5. A little bit of concern here. He's injured, not getting up.
That leg, he's just done a scissors with the leg. You watch his right leg, it gets stuck in the ground. This is right there. Ooh. There he does the splits right there. That's yeah, and you don't want that to happen. I mean, I'm not going to question the call of a quarterback keeper to score at this and why he's still even in the game.
Oof. He's almost tried a half slide there, but then hasn't committed to it. He's been caught doing the splits. There's the hard-working offensive line of the Stingrays there. Charlie Evans, the starting offensive lineman.
Great run, great blocking. It's just he's ended up in a wrong spot with those legs.
He's a long-framed quarterback.
Just getting some McFerry's on the sideline. He's sitting up. I'm trying to get him up. He is getting up slowly. And he does have a definite limp and a hobble.
Safe to say his day is done.
That could have ended a lot worse too.
So he's looking like he's okay there, just might need a bit of extra ice tonight.
He's gone for the Make-A-Wish Foundation with those legs.
McFerry's not a stranger to the quarterback position, but probably been a little while since he's taken significant snaps.
And we've just seen the coach give him the instructions.
Starting quarterback of last year's Sun Bowl Championship winning side.
Minute 30 and running on the clock.
Connor Brewster moving to the tailback position. Evade the rush. They'll trust him to throw. Oh, back at the end zone between defenders. Jaden Paludin with a touchdown celebration to boot, and he'll get flagged for it.
That's one of those things there, Kenny. It was like, we get flagged for it. This is a semi or a grand final. You should be able to celebrate. You can actually see, I reckon the wind had a huge amount to do with that pass. Have a look at the angle. Oh, the last replay was the better. He's thrown it way to the right of the receiver, and the ball's actually drifted across. And I think that's why those two cornerbacks have actually outrun the ball across the field. Here we go. Have a look at this. You can see where he throws it and where the ball ends up. Look at that ball physically move to the left. Great job, Mac Ferris. Great job of using the wind there, young man. Really nice job.
Well, maybe that's why they did the golfing celebration there, because
he's got the curved throw.
Ferris, yeah, just caddying that.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting number 95 of the offense. After the play, the touchdown stands, 15-yard penalty enforced on the try for point.
When is Andre Bailey wearing 95? Possibility he could have been 85.
I think Andre went and picked the ball up. Yeah, great angle on this. Look, it starts over there. You can physically see it move over that way.
We don't. Yeah,
yes. Andre's just picked up the ball, but I'm just the innocent bystander. I want to give you the ball, but you're flagging me.
You just maybe he's taking one for Paludin there. Don't want him to get ejected. He's into the left
This
slot.
is the longest extra point.
Going for 2 points.
Oh, 95 down the seam.
McFerry's, he's got blockers in front, still
Lot of
looking
space.
downfield. 2 in the same area, incomplete. Good coverage there by Nzaglou.
Bailey Thighs, the 89, having a little word to say. A bit push and shove.
The final countdown is upon us. Final score on the screen. Missing the touchdown, but 42 points. And Mark Louis will handle his duties.
He's looking at himself on the screen. Black and white is slimming.
And there it is, the Gold Coast Stingrays heading back to the Sun Bowl for their 4th consecutive year.
Congratulations. And congratulations to the Thunder as well for some really good plays.
Look, first season for them really, especially as the amalgamated Thundercats. Heck, gonna have to get to the playoffs and show up and put in a good performance. Plenty of good talent in that team. I look forward to see what season 2019 brings for them. There's your final score, 42 points to 0 at full time. The Stingrays returning to the Sun Bowl. They'll line up and shake hands again. Kenny Andres, John Hollywood Rowe here for GQ TV, the playoffs in 2018. We're going to take another break. Our next game coming up is the final game of the 2018 SEQ GQ playoffs. The Brisbane Rhinos are taking on the Bayside Ravens in the Colts division to see who will meet up with the Gold Coast Stingrays. That kicks off at 4:30. We're going to enjoy a quick break. Thank you for joining us. We hope you join us for one last ride here at the Sunshine Coast Stadium for the GQ playoffs of 2018.
Get him up. Get him up, get him up. Funny how you choose and pick your battles, dude. Keep saying you number one, but I'm on top. Yo, it's done. Dropping styles like napalm. Fake rappers think they so strong. Verses full of hype and always ready for a fight. Spontaneous, magnanimous, cause they can't get close enough to run with us. If you want to battle, get it hard, get it raw. No emotions, I shake you until your chains fall off. What? Large, in charge, I set the bar high. You running with the big boys now. Get up, don't cry.